Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wolf Pit. Meatballs. Just about everyone loves them. No matter how you make them or what you plan to do with them, they're usually delicious. That is, as long as you make them yourself. The frozen ones, not so much. Bacon. If you don't like bacon, seek help immediately because you're wrong. Everyone knows bacon is what makes the world go around. Barbecue sauce. The sweet and tangy and sometimes spicy condiment that completes your favorite barbecue. Meatballs, bacon, and barbecue sauce are all delicious on their own. So why not combine them all together and create a carnival of flavors? Well, that's what I'm going to do today and make MOINK balls. I know, that sounds like a weird name for a meatball, doesn't it? Well, not really, because a cow, the ground beef, says moo. And the pig, the bacon, goes oink, 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 oink. Geez, this sounds more like I'm reading Old MacDonald Had a Farm to a group of kids than it does a cooking show. So enough with these animal noises, let's make these MOINK balls. In a large mixing bowl, combine 1 large egg, and unless you're calcium deficient or you want a little crunch in your meatball, remove the piece of broken shell. Then add Worcestershire sauce, you can season your meatballs with anything you like. I usually don't buy a whole lot of store-bought seasonings, but I saw this Weber Gourmet Burger seasoning and thought I'd give it a try. Now do like we always do here at the Wolf Pit, and beat it like it stole your lunch money. After a good beating, add breadcrumbs, and I'm going to use unseasoned panko breadcrumbs, but you can use any kind of breadcrumbs you like. And then give it a good mix until everything's well combined. Now I'm going to add 80-20 ground beef, and I definitely would not recommend using anything leaner. Now get your hands in here and give everything a good mix. And believe it or not, this accomplishes 2 things at one time. Number 1, it combines everything with your meat, and number 2, the best one of all, it pisses meatophobes off. A meatophobe is one of the ones that leaves a comment, "Ew, you touch the raw meat with your hands?" They probably mix raw meat with their feet. Sometimes I just can't comprehend why people think the things they do. Once the meat is thoroughly mixed and the meatophobes are thoroughly pissed off, it's time to make the meatballs. Even though I do claim to be a rocket scientist from time to time, when the need arises, it doesn't take rocket science to make meatballs. If you want small meatballs, grab a little bit of meat. If you want big meatballs, grab more meat, and then lightly roll them into a ball. You really don't want to pack these down tightly. Otherwise, you're going to have tough, chewy balls, and nobody likes tough, chewy balls, do they? Then simply continue this process until all your meatballs are formed. Now I took a whole pound of bacon and cut it right in half. And obviously, if you make bigger meatballs, you're going to need a bigger piece of bacon. See, it's difficult equations like that it pays to be a rocket scientist like myself. Now simply wrap a half a piece of bacon around each meatball, and then secure it through both sides with a toothpick. Then obviously, you continue this process until all the meatballs are wrapped. Now I'm going to add another layer of flavor with my buddy Jason Ganals from GQ Barbecue Rub, simply called The Rub. So I'll pop these into the refrigerator so I could light the grill and make the sauce. And the sauce has a long list of ingredients and is extremely complicated. So get a piece of paper and a pen so you can write it down. So here it is, 2 parts of Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce and 1 part of honey. I hope you got everything written down, because I'm not going to go over it again. You don't have to use Sweet Baby Ray's and you don't have to use honey either. Use your favorite barbecue sauce or combination. Now just give it a good mix and that's all there is to it. My grill is preheated to 300 degrees, set up for indirect cooking, and I've added a couple pieces of cherry wood for smoke. Now close the lid and let these smoke at 300 degrees for 25 to 30 minutes. Here's what they look like after 30 minutes. The bacon is rendering nicely and they're starting to get a nice color. Now close the lid and let them go for another 30 minutes or so. After cooking for another 30 minutes for a total cooking time of 1 hour, these are about done. The bacon is rendered and tightened up nicely, and the color is perfect, thanks to the cherry wood. So now the only thing left to do is to get these sauced up. and you can put as much or as little sauce on them as you like. After all, they're your balls. You are the master baster of your balls, so baste your balls the way you like your balls to be basted. Once all your balls have been basted to your liking, close the lid and let them cook for another 5 to 10 minutes or until the sauce is set. After 8 minutes, these bad boys were done, and I've got to say, they were some tasty looking balls. I was just hoping they tasted half as good as they looked. And there you have it. That's how you make MOINK balls. All beef meatballs, wrapped in bacon, smoked to perfection, and then finished with a sweet barbecue glaze. These were moist and tender, sweet and smoky, and had a little bit of spice from the barbecue rubs. If you like spicier foods, you may want to add a little bit more heat. These were not only very delicious, but they were also very easy to make. I love it when something so simple can be so good. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you give these a try. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.